welcome to another episode of Business and Entrepreneurship on the DK Network. Trouble in Tiger Town. Boy, it seems like we have been back on campus for a minute, at least to me. Like I mentioned previously in previous episodes, I was locked in. And we'll get into this a little bit later in the episode, but I have been locked in on planning out all of the content here. And I'll tell you, I'm definitely feeling it in my body. And it's the weirdest feeling that I think I've ever had. And I'll fill you in why here in a second, a little bit later. And then also, I have a surprise for you at the end of this episode. You know, well, at least by now you should know, this isn't going to take us forever. I'm going to keep it short. At least I'm going to try to. So, relax. Tune in. I got a good story for you. And what makes it even better is it's not fiction. So, Trouble in Tiger Town. Well, like I mentioned in the introduction, it seems like we've been on campus for a minute now. I'm an old man, okay. Some people called me that a lot. And do I feel bullied? No. Do I think they were bullying me? A little bit. But it comes with the territory. And this year, I'm feeling it. First week of school. It's literally the fourth day of school. And I'm pooped. I guess I came into this pooped. Because I feel the same as I did before. But I'm in this new environment. Like I mentioned previously as well. Just coming on campus and the energy and the motives, the intent, I can see it all and I can feel it. And I think that is playing a part and messing me up because I'm feeling like everybody's feeling when I get in their space. And so I think that's been a superpower of mine. And this year it feels different. I'm having to learn and get back to at least balanced, in how I feel. Although my mind is there, my body feels off. And so maybe you can relate and know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is so new and novel to me that I'm just sitting here thinking, like, kind of in shock. But nonetheless, we continue forward and the degree will be in my hands soon. And you know who's going to be coming after me? Well, it's some bad people. I'm being hyperbolic here. The US government. Those student loans, those student loans. If you don't know, don't worry about it. Sedentary lifestyle. Is this what this feels like? My goodness. And there's a person that, if you listen to the previous episodes, go back and listen to that if you haven't. Ran into them today. I'll tell you more about that. Fourth day of school. Every year at the start of the semester, there is a jam-packed week of events. This is first 2 weeks of the school year on a college campus, at least at the University of Memphis, from my experience, are the two most eventful, no pun intended, weeks. Now, the first week is like moving week. They're giving away free stuff and people are, getting a feel for the campus and Memphis. And parents are coming and dropping off their kids and helping put up their dorms, set it all up, and probably take them out to eat and all that good stuff. And then the organizations on campus will help move in as well as a way to connect. The second week, which is this week, the first week of classes, is when there are still events going on, but they're a little bit different. There may, well, obviously, people are on campus, people have moved back and have apartments, everybody's getting ready to come back and start school. Those events on the second week are geared towards actually in-person events where the students will come and like hang out, mingle, and do different things, and the organizations are able to connect and share what they do, with the hopes of attracting those who are interested and would be a good part and would like to be involved in said organizations. And so the biggest one for me, and quite possibly, you know, almost at least the biggest, most beneficial event of the semester and year, is the involvement fair. The involvement fair. So today was the involvement fair, fourth day of school. And I actually look forward to the involvement fair. Basically, gosh, it's been so hot, but basically, all the RSOs who want to be in the involvement fair have tables, and it's all set up so that the traffic of people walking through and checking out the tables can flow. And that's normally on the main plaza lawn. And it was today, but it was in a little different place, kind of by the Arbra and Martin bridge, still on the main lawn side. But this time we had the big, like, you probably have seen them in pictures if you haven't been to the weddings, but the big weddings, the big white, like, tents, not the canopies, but like the actual, like, tents, like huge, ginormous tents. That's what we had. And the canvas or whatever type of material it is white, which is the most reflective, non absorbing, maybe not the most reflective because there's like metallic and aluminum, metals and stuff. But when it comes to colors, the color that absorbs the least amount of heat. Perfect. Big, huge tents is what the school provided, which, those aren't cheap, but, they got the money, but still, shout out. Nice U setup. It's time for me to go to the involvement fair. So here comes Darren. Do, 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 do. Oh, look, there's the involvement fair. Walks up. Yeah, I think this is for sororities and fraternities. Oh, wait. I do see that sign over there. There's a big sign that says sorority and fraternities. I don't see any other big signs. Well, let me look at Tiger Zone. I think I saw that in Tiger Zone. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, it's Morgan. So, do you guys remember Morgan? In the previous episode, I mentioned the person that I met on the elevator in 2024 on move-in day. Well, that was Morgan. And guess what? She's in charge of the involvement fair. She told me that. It totally slipped my mind. She's in charge of the involvement fair. She's there at the table checking people in. So she helps me get checked in on the Tiger Zone mobile app, which is where, as students and faculty and RSOs, we're able to look at that, and it's basically like Facebook, but just for the university. Not as popping, with posts, but people do post on there. But it has all those different features, that Facebook mobile app has. Not all of them, but the main essential ones. Very cool and very useful. The utility of it is pretty good. There's a feature on there where RSOs can post, and it only shows these posts, the events that they have coming up, date, time, all the information anybody needs to know. You can RSVP on there as well. So, boom, she helps me get there. She's like, you don't even have to go to that part. Just go to the QR code, and that's how we can check you in. I'll scan it. Learn something new. I'm walking in. Oh, wait a minute. And then she was like, hey, when do you need like the stuff by? I'm like, tell her the date. She's like, okay, great. She'll be able to do that. No problem. Super helpful. And super nice. Like, she's got a good thing about her. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but she's got a good thing about her. She's got some spunk. And so, very nice lady, very nice woman. And so she's helping me out with that. Like, man, that's awesome. Well, what she's helping me out with it more specifically, since this is the business and entrepreneur podcast, she is helping me get a mock draft of a constitution. So for the RSO that I'm starting, which has like the bylaws and basically the rules that we're going to go by as an organization, rather than it being just like a little club of people. And so that's part of it. That's what all the RSOs do. It's part of the requirements. And shoot, maybe that's got me feeling a little weird too, because I'm like, I only know about the US Constitution, and that's like a living document. But nonetheless, we'll get it done. And she was there to help, and that was just a huge reminder, if anything, of like things are working out in the right time. But also staying on top of it is my motto. At the involvement fair, I go around again. I tell you, this is one of my favorite, not only in my opinion, but in my opinion too, my favorite event, quite possibly of the school year every year. Because you get to, I'm somewhat of a people person. And so I get to go around and meet people I probably wouldn't. And so that's what I do. That's what I did. And I took advantage of that, went around, got some free stuff. And that reminds me, somebody made a homemade chocolate chip cookie with the chocolate chips on the inside. It looks like a sugar cookie. And I wanted to try that tonight. I've been saving it all day. But went around, talked to everybody, saw a bunch of pretty girls, you know, dapped up some guys, talked to some organizations that I had no interest in, and talked to a bunch that I did, and really just got to mingle with the student body. Like, at the end of the day, it's about networking. This event, this involvement fair, is about meeting peers and fellow students on campus. And so it was so much fun. Get around to the well, I don't even, yeah, I guess it is an RSO. BCM is an RSO. My favorite one, Baptist Collegiate Ministry. The blue roof building looks like a Pizza Hut. Well, at least that's what they say. Right on Patterson, at the University of Memphis, right in the center of Patterson on campus. Beautiful, beautiful location. Get the BCM table, dap up a few of the guys, give one of my buddies a sugar-free Red Bull, and you know, the staff not only are the people who end up getting involved with BCM, not only have they been in the past and currently really amazing people, really amazing young people developing their relationship with Christ and one another in this environment, but also just the staff as well. The director of BCM and the assistant director, like, they're amazing people. When I think about being from Arkansas and that's my home place, and I could potentially move back there at some point, thinking about even when I was living there, how I had no idea that I would meet the people that I have here, and more specifically, talking about the staff. And don't get me wrong, I love my fellow peers, the other students and leaders on the leadership team at BCM, and everybody who just comes and hangs out there. It's crazy, man. I have so much love in my heart. That's actually making me feel not so sedentary now. Maybe I need to get my heart going. Treadmill, anyone? So yeah, just shout out to BCM. Love them. Go check it out if you haven't ever been to BCM. They have events every week. But yeah, and so go check them out. They'll be glad you came by. They'll be like the nicest people, and not even just the nicest, because nice can be deceptive. Genuinely loving people, and like definitely exemplifying what it looks like to be renewed in Christ. And so they'll love on you there, and they'll, it's not weird. And so, boom, involvement fair, BCM. That's my highlight RSO, my highlight organization. If you want to try one out, you can't miss it. If you walk around campus, you'll see it. If you read the sign, if you see some buildings and landmarks, it's on Patterson, and it's got a blue roof and looks like a Pizza Hut. At least that's what they say, right? So let's talk about this sedentary thing. I mean, what not just talking about on Fitness and Health episode 1, how much shape I'm in. I mean, go look at the graphic. Well, you got to listen to it to get the full story, but I am living a somewhat sedentary lifestyle right now. I've been putting so much work in on the computer that I have neglected my physical health. I've been trying to get enough sleep. That's been a big thing for me. But my schedule has been topsy turvy. It's been flipped upside down. I've been up all night and sleeping in the day a lot. Now, I guess that's part of the reason that I'm feeling so off, because I'm trying to sleep at night, trying to, and then I'm up all day. When am I going to sleep if I don't sleep at night? So I was getting enough rest, but it was just in a different time frame. So got to get that unpacked, and I think, I'll feel better, and my body will come around here soon. Just as that habit forms, it'll flip around. But side note, talking about a sedentary lifestyle, if you want to watch a movie about that, there's one called Super Size Me, and I think they made a Super Size Me number 2. But Super Size Me, basically, the guy is in good shape. He binges McDonald's food for like, that's the only thing he eats, and I think he eats like 3 times a day, and for a long time. And they document their transition, the journey. He gets really fat and unhealthy, and I think he ends up like losing the weight as part of this experiment. I think that's how it goes. But Super Size Me, if you want to watch that documentary, super popular, super famous if you haven't heard about it. Sedentary lifestyles, I'm telling you, they're not for me. So I'm 2 months in. I got to get it flipped around, and it'll be good. But let me let you know, I'm locked in for the show. So as we wrap it up, I mentioned Morgan, the person that I met on the elevator and moving day 2024, and again today after meeting with her the other day. Well, again, I was able to chat briefly with her about getting, my draft, a mock-up constitution for the RSO, and that was just wow. I feel like I'm almost not even, I don't know. But I'll tell you this, I'm ready to get everything done, because I am not an administrative person by I am by skill set, because I've learned those skills, but just like who I am as a person, that ain't me. So, last thing, And I promised you this at the beginning of the episode. So let's check an email. I last sent an email to Whitney and Makia at the Cruise Center, the Cruise Center for Entrepreneurship, the organization, the department on campus that helps students and represents the university in entrepreneurship. And so she sent me the next steps for me. I finished those, created the flyer. All I have to do is create the Google. Uh, this is the administrative part. What the Google, what's it called? Interest form, and connect a QR code to put on the flyer that I made. Uh, to have people who are interested that I get to post around campus, and for people who are interested, they'll be able to come and listen at the interest meeting and ask questions and be involved. But also, word of mouth has helped 4 people, and the minimum is 5 to found the organization. 4 people have already confirmed, and yeah, well, I guess that's 5 including me. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to continue by word of mouth and relationship with the networks that I've already been able to cultivate, and continue to add members and get those who have skills, because we're building a team, not just a group of, like a club group again. We're not just like playing around, although this will be fun recruiting those people. So I responded and sent that flyer to Whitney and Makia, and I have yet to be able to get to my emails today. And I'm gonna open up my emails live here on the show, and you're gonna get to see what the status is. And let me bring it up here. If you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. That's really gonna help me out a lot. If you listen, that's awesome, and I really thank you. Please come back and continue. In addition to that, it'll actually make it easier for you to be able to come back, because the way that the platform of YouTube is set up, if you engage with the content, it's going to show you more of it. So click that like button, make sure you subscribe. Not only will the platform push it to you because it knows, hey, you want to watch DK Network, it goes one step farther, and it says you can actually turn on your alerts to notify you about uploads for DK Network specifically. That's pretty cool, right? That's how that works, at least right now. So hit that subscribe, click the like on this video and every other video, and turn on those notifications if you want to hop back on the business and entrepreneurship show. So, got my emails pulled up here. Let's check those real quick. Drum roll. I see responses. Boom. Hi. Please see the attached U of M Graduate Student Association events. Nice. Okay. That was from Makia. All right. And then Whitney responded. This is a thread with Whitney, me, Makia, and it looks like the guy that works there too. I didn't get a chance to meet him. Taylor. Okay, I guess I'll just read the message, and then that'll be the show. Good morning, Taylor and the Meeman 901 team. I hope you are off to a great start this academic year. I am connecting you to Darren Gibbs, that's me, CC'd, so you can message him outside of this. Well, that's a little add-on. That's why she said CC'd. An entrepreneurial student starting a new student RSO related to live streaming about U of M campus life. Many elements remind me of Meeman 901 programming. Are you available to meet with Darren and learn more about the new RSO? Thank you. Wow. Appreciate the hookup. Let's see if a response comes. That was sent this morning at 9:16 a.m. Maybe there's been no response because they're waiting for me to respond. Okay, well, I'll do that in the morning because that's when the right time will be. All right, so that's the show. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm Darren. This is the DK Network Show, Business and Entrepreneurship. If you like it, hit that like.